I'm inspired to make this video because I've seen flaws in the culture of trying to push your child in the direction that you want them to go because that's what you want for your life. Um, you know the flaw that I've just seen. I've been seeing a lot of professional athletes, men behave in a manner that years ago men wouldn't behave in. And to me, a lot of the behavior of these men is showing a fall and decline of the moral of a society. You seeing these superhero, strong, like amazing men on TV who you see do all this amazing stuff, and you're just a little kid, and you see them behave in a way that's not becoming of a man. In my opinion, it's kind of distasteful, but it's shedding light on a bigger topic. We're not raising men with character or morals anymore. We're not really putting any time in our men. I'll say as a minority, but I would like to believe the majority of people are showing their kids the right way. It's just the people we give the title of successful to, and the people we're actually giving attention. These aren't really the successful people. These are the people who are successful at a game that was presented to them, and they seized that. But there's people who are doing really good in the game of life. But all I want to say is what I'm seeing on TV regarding black men and just men in general, to me, it's not really becoming of men. And it's just a bad example. But greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. I don't want to push my kid in any direction. I want to be able to take care of them and raise them to be solid men. I will raise my kids with adversity. I do want to see them handle things that's tough. I do want to be a voice in their ear to let them know you can do anything. I do want to see my sons rise to the occasion. They don't have to be professional anything, but I want them to be great men. And I'm going to educate my children. And I'm going to learn to take a stand for what I believe. And I'll speak more openly in the future about my beliefs. And conflicting views is okay because that's a part of life. But I believe that God made family for a reason. And I believe that when you do things God's way, you have a greater result than when you do what you want to do. And I believe we all have deceit in us. And I believe we all have issues we need to straighten out before God. And I know nobody can judge nobody. But I also know that to protect those I love, I will call things out. And I will stand on what I believe. And I don't care what I'm called. Because greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. When you're a man, if you're God to your family, they're looking to you for provision. You have to provide. And even if your provision means shedding light on someone who's insecure and doesn't have the same goals of a family, that's just what you got to do. You got to shed light on this stuff to protect your people and to make sure the lifestyle that you want to be able to live and achieve and passed on can continually exist, because you feel it's good and you know it's good and you're not going to force it on nobody, but you will raise your children properly. You will take time to be a great man. You will take time to be a scholar so you can teach them how to study. You will take time to hit the gym so you can teach them how to hit the gym. Like, you got to be a trailblazer as a father. You have to be a trailblazer. If you used to be an athlete, back in the day, get your body back right. Your kids need to have a superhero they can see in the house. And women, be your husband's peace. Be his real helper. Be his helpmate. And there's a lot of good women who have men who ain't really about anything, and I can understand that. And you can't really help nobody who don't want no help either. But I'll just continue to pray for everybody. And I pray that we can have greater education for our children. And I pray there could be restrictions on social media and TV, because our kids and our children are just taking in too much data, too much filth. They're not getting educated truly. They're not learning truly. They're not growing truly. They're just getting older. I've been a victim of that in many ways, but God's been helping me. He's been maturing me so much. Turn that TV off. Stop looking up to them people. Do what's right. Do what's right in your own world. And try to stay close to your family. If you make a family, pray to God.